Hello and welcome to the property news on Magic Bricks Now, India's first property channel. I'm Amita Balachandra. Let's take a look at the top headlines at this hour. Maharashtra's regulator could be rolled out in a month once CM Fadnavis okays the draft rule, says Housing Minister Prakash Mehta. The state was the first to pass a regulatory bill which was put on hold till the centre cleared RERA. Big push for open spaces in Thane. 3 massive parks spread across a sprawling 64 acres of land to be developed as parks in Thane. These will be ready by 2017. Magic Bricks Now gets you exclusive details. And Bengaluru gets cracking on getting smart. Civic body BBMP appoints a nodal officer ready to formally launch the Smart City initiative on Friday, the 3rd of June. Let's kick off the show with good news first. One more month and Maharashtra could have a housing regulator. The draft rules are ready. All that is left is for CM Fadnavis to okay the draft and sign off on it. Rishi Deshpande caught up with the state housing minister Prakash Mehta. Listen in.
ड्राफ्ट रेडी हो चुका है. अब कमेटी की नियुक्ति, रेगुलेटरी बोर्ड की नियुक्ति का प्रस्ताव माननीय मुख्यमंत्री के पास है. माननीय मुख्यमंत्री उसको फाइनलाइज करेंगे. मुझे लगता है समय ज़्यादा में ज़्यादा 1 महीने के अंदर रेगुलेटरी बोर्ड बन जाएगा.
आपने महाराष्ट्र गवर्नमेंट इज एमिंग 5 लाख अफोर्डेबल हाउसेस के लिए पूरे MMR रीजन में, तो ये 11 लाख. तो बेसिकली उस पर स्टेटस क्या है? आपने लैंड देखा है? अगर देखा है तो कहाँ देखा है और उस पर बेसिकली स्टेटस क्या है?
नहीं, अभी नया जब DP आएगा तो बहुत सारी ज़मीन एफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग को ध्यान में रखकर ही DP बनेगा, जिसके कारण एक सुविधा उसमें एफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग के लिए बढ़ेगी. मुंबई और MMR विस्तार और पूरे महाराष्ट्र में टोटल 1000 एकड़ के ऊपर की ज़मीन हमने रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट की मांगी है. जो रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट ने देने का मान्य किया है उसकी कैबिनेट नोट्स हो रही है. शायद अगले कैबिनेट में उसका प्रस्ताव आएगा तो वो ज़मीन भी हमें मिलेगी. प्राइवेट बिल्डरों के पास, विकासकों के पास जो ज़मीन पड़ी है जॉइंट वेंचर में वो आना चाहते हैं, वैसे भी कुछ अर्ज शासन को प्राप्त हुए हैं.
फडणवीस जी ने बहुत पहले 2-3 महीने पहले बोला था कि इलीगल कंस्ट्रक्शन जो है, जो इलीगल TDR लेके बनाए हैं एंड एवरीथिंग एज सच, तो बेसिकली वो रेगुलराइज नहीं होंगे, वो डेमोलिश होंगे. तो इस पर क्या स्टेटस है? एक कमेटी बन चुकी है ऑलरेडी जो फॉर एग्जाम्पल BMC के पास जा सकती है, उस पर क्या स्टेटस है?
2015 के कुछ स्ट्रक्चर्स छोटी छोटी टेक्निकल चीज़ों के कारण जिसकी OC नहीं मिली है, उसको आज के कानून में तरतूद करके उनको ऑथोराइज किया जाए. और महानगर पालिकाओं के कमिश्नर्स, इन्होंने कोई एक्शन प्लान्स बनाया है किस किस बिल्डिंग को ऑथोराइज कर सकते हैं. मूल में ही अगर स्ट्रक्चरल अनऑथोराइज पूरा बिल्डिंग होगा तो उसको इस सुविधा का लाभ नहीं मिलेगा.
Shifting focus to Thane now, 64 acres. That's the amount of open space Thanekars will get by 2017. The corporation has drawn up plans to make 3 parks and 1 jungle within the city. Among these will be a central park spread over 35 acres of land. My colleague Disha Shah caught up with Sanjeev Jaiswal, Thane Municipal Commissioner, and got exclusive details on the TMC's plans.
There are a lot of development being planned. If we talk about the Central Park, the 35-acre Central Park, if we talk about the Northern Park, and of course the 4-acre urban jungle as well. So tell us more about that. Where can we see all this development, and when can we expect this to be ready?
As you mentioned, 3 parks, basically 2 parks, one coming up on almost a land of 35 acres, which we have named as Central Park. It's coming up on the Kolshet Balcom Road, and it is a project which is being developed by Kalpatru and Pyramid Group. What we have done basically is that we have combined the RG land that we had for all these projects, and that apart we have also included our amenity land. And we are trying to design a park which is based obviously on a smaller version of the New York Central Park. The landscaper and designer is ADIS, a Singapore-based company of international renown. Work has already started, and apart from the other things that it has nature trails, it has promenade, it has walking rallies, and a small lake also we are planning to construct out there, and basically a place where one gets the feel of greenery and the nature. This is one. Second is not the northern park, but the southern park which we are talking about. This is coming up on an area of almost 22 acres. This is being developed jointly again on the same concept by Hirananis and Man developers, and some of the RG plot which we had got from the other developers in that vicinity. Now this also would be more in terms of a botanical park along with the same features which I mentioned erstwhile. We are also in terms of talking with a very renowned group for having certain sports amenities out there, but then because it's not yet finalized, I am not being able to speak about it. Maybe in the next 1 week this deal should be finalized. As regards the urban jungle is concerned, we are coming up with almost on a 7-acre land traffic cum children park. So the traffic in the children park would be on a land of around 2 to 2.5 acres, where you will be having a virtual stimulation about the children to learn about driving, and most importantly to be inculcated about the traffic knowledge. There itself, on the higher part of the land, which is slightly upper terrain, on almost 4 acres in the first phase, the plan is to have a simple urban jungle. Urban jungle, what I mean by that, is going to be a plantation of indigenous types, and with no civil construction. And the logic or the intention is that when people come out there, they get to feel a semblance of a jungle within the city. This apart, there are other also certain smaller parks which we are developing in the city, new parks. And when I say parks being developed, I am talking about absolutely a green field project. It's not the conversion of an existing park. And if everything goes off as it is planned, then maybe by next year, all these parks will be opened up for the public.
Meanwhile, our primetime show Urban Debate is going on ground this week on the 4th of June, and we will be giving Thane residents a chance to express their civic concerns related to water, pollution, traffic, sanitation, sewage, etc. to Mr. Sanjeev Jaiswal, Municipal Commissioner Thane, and Faye D'Souza, Editor, Magic Bricks Now, who will discuss solutions to these problems. To register, SMS TUD space Thane to 9223903333 or email us on theurbandebate@timesgroup.com. Moving on, work on the two of Mumbai's biggest infrastructure projects, the Mumbai Coastal Road and East-West Connector, the Goregaon-Mulund Link Road, will begin by March 2017. My colleague Disha Shah caught up with BMC's additional Municipal Commissioner for Projects, Sanjay Mukherjee, who spoke at length about Mumbai's key infrastructure projects.
Talking about the infrastructure projects, like you have the Coastal Road, like you have the Goregaon-Mulund Link Road, so how are you ensuring that work is not affected during monsoon?
Well, as far as the Coastal Road is concerned, we have floated the expression of interest, and certain comments have come on that expression of interest. The second phase of the expression of interest will be floated soon, and that will happen during the monsoon season. The Coastal Road is a very, very specialized work, so the agencies which will be executing that work, those agencies also would require time to plan. So that period will go for that. The physical work, of course, can start only after monsoon.
What is the status on the Goregaon-Mulund Link Road? As we know that, the tenders were actually, you got 4 successful bidders, but then that were blacklisted. And so now what is the current status on that project?
Well, as far as the Goregaon-Mulund Link Road is concerned, the project is divided into 3 phases. Phase 1 is the Nahur ROB widening. So that is the tender you were talking about. And when we floated the tender, there were 3 bids, and out of which 1 got disqualified. So since there were only 2 bids which were remaining, in the interest of better competition, we have decided to recall that particular bid. The second part, so the bid will be out, is already out rather, and we hope to start the works immediately after monsoon. The second part of the Goregaon-Mulund Link Road is widening of the AB Vaidya Marg and beyond Khindi-Pada. So for that, the demarcation of the road is complete. The PAP tenements have been identified, the people who are getting affected, they have been identified. The eligible and the ineligible part of it have been identified. The next stage will be to remove those people, rehabilitate them appropriately. Rehabilitation is something which is very important, and we'll be actually paying attention to that, and then floating a tender and starting that work. So that also we hope to start once monsoon is over. And the project is being planned in such a way that the national park is not affected in any way. So we'll take it below the national park, and we hope to take it below the national park, and all the vents and the ventilation etc. will all be outside that area. So that is how it is being conceived. We have appointed a international consultant for that particular thing. For that we would be requiring permission of the Forest Department of Government of Maharashtra for taking certain boreholes etc. So that permission is now the permission we are awaiting that. We have made our request.
So lastly, what is the timeline that we can expect for both the infrastructure projects that you mentioned about the coastal road also and about the Goregaon Mulund Link Road?
Well, we hope to start both the projects in this financial year.
Moving on, cheer coming in for citizens of Bengaluru. Bengaluru gets a second chance to join the Smart City race. The centre had earlier mandated 7 capitals to be a part of the Smart City race, including Bengaluru. Magic Bricks now exclusively hears that the civic body BBMP of Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike has already appointed a nodal officer, PA Muralidhar, Assistant Executive Engineer and Technical Advisor to the Mayor for the Smart City project. While the rest of the cities chosen by the centre are busy forming their SPVs or special purpose vehicles, Bengaluru will now throw the floor open to citizens to decide which areas will fall under the 4 phases of development: retrofitting, greenfield development, redevelopment and Pan City proposal. The BBMP, meanwhile, we hear, is all set to formally launch the Smart City initiative on the 3rd of June 2016. Even as the Silicon Valley of India, Bengaluru might just get a smart city tag. Toxic foam continues to raise concerns in Bengaluru's Belandur Lake. The state has now set up an 18-member expert committee to monitor and revive toxic lakes in the city. In an inspection conducted by the expert committee on Wednesday, the committee noted that nearly 500 MLD, that is million litres per day of untreated sewage, is released into the lake on a daily basis from different parts of the city. They now plan to treat the sewage before letting it into the lake, apart from setting up a sewage treatment plant near the vicinity of the lake. The committee will further inspect Vartur Lake in Whitefield before drawing up a conclusive report on what solutions need to be taken and how it needs to be implemented. Moving on, DLF should complete the stake sale in its rental arm by March 2017. Now, the company is also upbeat on strong demand coming in for its luxury flats in its Golf Course Road project. Listen in to Ashok Tyagi, DLF, a group CFO, who spoke with our sister channel ET Now earlier today.
So, I mean, on real estate, if you see our own numbers for the last, 3 or 4 quarters, in all fairness, the only micro market which has been witnessing good demand is our luxury market of DLF Golf Course Road. We haven't, haven't sort of seen demand virtually anywhere else in the country. In the last quarter, we have seen some green shoots in the what we call the New Gurgaon area. Where I think we did a couple of 100 crores sales in a project called Ultima, which was launched, some time back. So, but honestly, it's too early to sort of extrapolate that. Clearly, there is more interest coming in that one can see from our sales teams. But I think it still needs a couple of quarters before one can, say that it's begun translating into sustainable demand. The information memoranda have been released to a number of prospective investors. They are in a state of dialogue with us in terms of clarifications, data, and everything. We anticipate that hopefully across the next few weeks we should begin receiving the expressions of interest, and then it's a question of negotiating with the shortlisted investors and then taking the deal to closure. Thereafter there will be a regulatory approval. We anticipate that this should definitely close within this financial year for sure. From a funding perspective, we'll obviously try to do it in the calendar year, but financial year definitely looks a complete possibility. Calendar year is a best effort basis, is the way I'd say.
Staying with the NCR market, big relief coming in for over 5,000 buyers of homes in Noida's Sector 107. The trust challenged land acquisition done by the Noida authority is close to a settlement that has the mandate of farmers who own the land. Our reporter Deepa Rana gets us more details.
A higher compensation to the farmers might just resolve the problem of about 5,000 home buyers who had booked their flat in Sector 107 Noida. Now the home buyers had booked the flats under the projects built by various developers like Lotus 300, Amrapali's Heartbeat City and Great Value Sharnam. Now this land was acquired by the Noida authority in 2008 and 9 under the urgency clause, and this land, which was about 225 hectares comprising of the Sector 107 or Noida project, was challenged by a Maharishi trust in the Allahabad court, alleging that the Noida authority cannot build housing projects under the urgency clause. Now, by then, the builders had already started constructing their projects, and the buyers had already booked flats. Later on in 2013, it was the Supreme Court who gave an order in favor of the farmers and cancelled the notification earlier given by the Noida authority, which led to a little more criticism, as now buyers were in a fix as to where to get their flats from, as this entire project had come under scrutiny of the Supreme Court. It was then the builders and the buyers who had filed a review petition in the Supreme Court in 2014, and buyers were made a third party. Now the Allahabad court has agreed and has passed an order in favor of the buyers as well as of the Maharishi Trust representing these farmers by drawing a court notice in which the Maharishi Trust has agreed on a 64% higher compensation and an alternative land which is going to be given to them by the Noida authority. And the buyers I spoke to of this 107 project, they are also hopeful that now they will finally get their homes, as now the construction can start on this project, and also they have paid 70 to 90%. So this order by the Allahabad court has come as a major relief to these home buyers. However, the next hearing of this case is on July 6, 2016. This case is going to be heard again by the High Court in New Delhi.
It's time now to move on to our special series, Is Mumbai Rain Ready? Is Mumbai rain ready? Is it going to be a waterlogged monsoon once again this year? That's a question we're asking on Magic Bricks now. Mumbai civic authorities have assured us, however, that Mumbai will be ready for the rains this year. Roads are getting repaired and the authorities say that they are burning the midnight oil to get Mumbai ship-shape. Magic Bricks now did a reality check. Take a look.
We covered the entire eastern Mumbai stretch, and what we found out is that in close to 45 to 50 junctions, there were patches of work going on. Roads were being dug up.
Areas like Baikula, Shivri and Mumbai Central are completely dug up at this point of time. The repair work that is going on is still at a very nascent stage. And not just this, the drainage systems, which need to be in a proper condition before rain hits Mumbai, are in a very bad condition.
We found that in close to almost 10 to 20 places, especially in Dadar and Parel, a lot of pending works are left by the BMC. At Hind Mata, as you can see clearly behind me, work is still on by the BMC.
We visited prominent places in Mumbai that have a history of getting inundated every monsoon. What we found was that several roads were still under repair. Predictably, residents we spoke with are worried that they will have to face another difficult monsoon.
Monsoon में बारिश के टाइम पे यहाँ पे बहुत तकलीफ होती है.
ये जो प्रशासन है वो इतना सीरियसली सिर्फ पैसा कमाने में लगा है. कॉन्ट्रैक्टर को जिस प्रकार से दबाव होना चाहिए, उसका मॉनिटरिंग होना चाहिए. ये कचरा जमा हो रहा है. जमा आप कचरा निकाल रहे हो, कचरा निकाल के आपने डंप कहाँ किया?
ऐसे भी अचानक अगर रात को बारिश आ जाती है तो पानी दुकानों के अंदर चला ही जाता है.
Going to school becomes difficult. Shopping, I mean, this is a complete shopping arena. The Shanti Doot and the Hind Mata market, it's completely impossible, and the shopkeepers also suffer a big time.
नहीं ब्रिज वजह से पानी जब बहुत तकलीफ होता है और पानी डिवाइड होता नहीं, ज़्यादा जल्दी जाता नहीं, और क्या घर में है तो कम से कम 3-4 फुट अराउंड पानी आता है.
In fact, work began this April and Mumbai civic body, the BMC, has commissioned repairs for over 530 kilometers of roads across the city. However, BMC's corporators told Magic Bricks Now that most of the work is complete.
Wherever the water gets storage at, I think 7 to 8 roads with that storm water drainage I had done, and we clean all that before rainy seasons.
Deadline is set up by it's 25th May, and deadline is already passed, but still the work is not completed. But if you talk about Dadar TT and Hindamata, where there is a lots of flooding, maybe this year it is predicted that monsoon will be much higher than the last year. So there will be flooding also, but still 2-3 pumps we have installed and we are trying to take out the water from it. So let's see how it works.
Civic officials too are confident that they will be rain ready by June 8th. In fact, they are promising Mumbai motorable roads.
Most of the works are getting completed. However, some surfacing work is going on at some places, but we would be closing it in next about 5 to 6 days. In any case, latest by 7th or 8th of June. But I can assure you that all the roads would be motorable during monsoon.
BMC is also going the tech way to help you weather the monsoon. The civic body has launched a mobile app, MCGM 24/7, where you can click and upload photos of problem areas, and this will be sent instantly to the concerned BMC engineer. The app is currently available on Google's Play Store. BMC will roll out a version for iPhone soon. Bureau Report, Magic Bricks Now.
Now we've reached the end of our series documenting how the people who run Mumbai are preparing for the rains. But this is not the end. Like we promised you, Magic Bricks Now will do its bit to help the Mumbaiker weather the monsoon. Here's what we will do on Magic Bricks Now. This campaign will run through the monsoon. We have got an assurance now from the BMC that they will act on information we send them. So we will reach out to them and track the action they take. But you as a citizen also have to do your bit. If your area is flooded, if you get stuck in a train or a car because of water logging, or if there is a tree that has fallen somewhere which is holding up traffic, and if you're there, take pictures, videos, location tag them and tweet or email them to us. Post it on our Facebook page. IDs are flashing on your screens. The city's Municipal Commissioner Sanjay Deshmukh has also assured the inputs you send us will be taken up by the BMC.
I'm very happy that Magic Bricks Now has taken an initiative for creating awareness on the issues related to monsoon, and I'm sure that these initiatives will go a long way in tackling monsoon related issues in Mumbai. The app that we have and also the helpline that we have, you can also tweet on Magic Bricks Now, and whatever complaints that you receive can be transmitted to us and we will immediately attend to those complaints.
Moving on now to our other special series, War of the Cities. On War of the Cities, we promised you a sneak peek into plans to make your city smart. Continuing with our special series today, we'll talk about Agartala. We are joined in by Milind Ramtike, Municipal Commissioner of Agartala. Mr. Ramtike, thank you so much for joining us here on Magic Bricks Now. First of all, congratulations. Agartala has been selected for Smart City in the second round of the mission. Tell us what your plan is now. How are you looking at funding this?
Now, as we have been selected in this Smart City project, we will be going ahead with the formation of SPV, that is a special purpose vehicle that will be an incorporated government company, and funding will be arranged obviously from as per the guidelines at present it will be 500 crore from Government of India and same equal amount from our state government and ULB. But there may be some changes also because there has been this 90-10 formula for northeastern states So that is in pipeline, and discussion is going on at higher level.
Also give us some perspective on funding. What are the other modes of funding?
At present, this total plan for this proposal for smart city is up 2,058 crore, out of which a smart city mission, which contributes, which has a contribution of state government and government of India, which will be around 1,000 crore. Then from convergence mode, with various projects like Amrut and ADB sponsored projects, already 231 crore or 232 crore will be financed. They are in pipeline itself. Then again, Asian Development Bank's projects are there. That will be around 125 crore. And from public-private partnership or outsourcing or land use pattern, we will raise around 692 crores. So, and 10 crore will be contributed by the ULB, that is Municipal Corporation. So it amounts to 2,058 crores.
Mr. Ram TK, thank you so much for joining us here on Magic Bricks Now. With that, it's a wrap on the property news on Magic Bricks Now. Thank you for watching.